We are going to evaluate this sort problem in this video here. This simplify 5 square root of 32 minus 2 square root of 18. Number 2, square root of 84 minus 1 over square root of 13 plus square root of 74, right? We have all this question. We have question 1, question 2, question 3, 12, question 4, right? We want to evaluate every single one of them. In case you cannot access the full video here, then you can join my membership where you want to see the complete video. I've done the first video where I do introduction to Surds, right? If you haven't watched that video yet, the link will be at the description below, or you see it at the end of this video. So let's take them one after the other. Now let's simplify this one here. 5 square root of 32 minus 2 square root of 18. How do we do that here? Now this one is what? Surds, right? So first thing we want to do here, we want to split this one into 2, right? We have 32, right? How can you break it down? That one we have a perfect square, and one we now have a perfect square, right? The only way you can do this here is to look for what the LCM. If you look at the LCM, that is the common factors. So if we have what 32, right? 2 going to 32 here we have 2 here. 2 going to 30 here we have what 16, right? 2 going to 16 here we have what 8. 2 going to 8 here we have what 4. 2 going to 4 here we have 2 here, right? So we have 2 times 2 4, 4 times 2 8 times 2 16, 6 times 2 32. So going to be now 32 here going to be what 16 times 2. Why? Because 16 add what 16 is a perfect square root. Why should not be what a perfect square root? So in the sense that you can write this one to be 5 square root of what 60 times 2. This is that because we know that 60 times 2 is what is 32, right? The same thing I want to do here too. Now remember 9 times 2 is 18, right? So it will be what 9 times 2 is what is 18. Now why do we choose 9 times 2? We choose 9 times 2 because 9 have a perfect square, because the square root of what of 9 is 3, right? So now once you do this one here, you are going to have what 5 times square root of what 16 times square root of what of 2, right? Minus 2 times square root of what of 9 times square root of what of 2. Hope you understand this. Now let us put it like this. This is that. Now what I want to do here is that square root of 16 is what is 4. So you have 5 times 4 square root of what of 12 of 2, right? Do you understand? Because square root of 16 is what? Square root of 16 is 4. So you go to be 5 times this 4, the square root of what 4, right? Minus. Now what is square root of 3? What is square root of 9 is 3, right? So it will be 2 times 3 square root of what of 2. This is that. So 5 times 4 is what is 20 square root of what of 2 minus 2 times 3 is what is 6. 6 square root of what 2, right? Remember 2 of the have the same square root, square root of 2 square root of 2, right? So you subtract the 20 minus 6. What is 20 minus 6? 20 minus 6 is what is 40. So you have 14 square root of what of 2. That is your answer. So when you see something like this, try to break it down. That's why you want to understand. That's why you want to what? That's why you want to master the word sort very well, the topic. So let me go to the next question. Now let's simplify this guy here. Simplify square root of 48 minus 1 over square root of 3 plus square root of what 75. How do we do that here? Please pay close attention here. Now if you look at it here we have square root of 48. Now here we can bring it out separately. Here we can say square root of what 48, right, minus 9 over square root of what of 3, right, plus square root of 75. But before you can evaluate this here, let's solve this one here. Right, whenever you see something like this here, we have to what to rationalize it, right? It's called rationalization of Surds. So we have 9 over square root of what of 3, right? So how do we rationalize it here? Now the denominator, you have to what use the denominator to multiply both the numerator and denominator, right? So it will be times square root of what of 3 or what square root of what of 3. Just that. So we have what 9 square root of what of 3 over. Now square root of 3 times square root of 3, just like square root of a times square root of a is also the same as a, right? So square root of a times square root of 3 times square root of 3 is also the same as 3. This is that. So what will happen here? This 3 going to this one here we have 3. So here we have 3 square root of 3. This is that. It means that the whole of this one here is what? 3 square root of 3. So that I can just write this place at and rewrite this stuff 3 square root of 3. So 3 square root of 3, right? And write now I'm going to rewrite everything again, right? Because when I evaluate on here, I have a 3 square root of 3. So it will be 48 minus 3 square root of 3 plus 70 what? Square root of 75, right? That is it. Square root of 75. You see that? Now, we know that we have to break this guy down, right? Now, how do we break this guy down? Now, I'm going to look for two numbers I can multiply and give what? 48, but one must be a perfect square. How do we do that here? I have to look for the LCM of this guy here. So, let's look for the LCM of this guy here. 48, right? So 2 going to 48 because 2 can go into 48, right? 2 going to 48, here we have 24, right? 2 again, 2 going to 24, here we have what? 12, right? 2 going to 12, here we have what? 6. 2 going to 6, here we have 3. 3 going to 3, here we have what? 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 6. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. So going to be what? 16 times 3. 6 times 3 is what? Is 48. So 60 times 3, here we have what? 48. So what will happen here? I'll write this place out. I will say what? Now instead of saying 48, I'm not saying what? 60 times 3, right? Minus 3 square root of 3. Right, let's do for what? For 75, right? To do for 75, here we have what?